systems are seen in the earthworm, and we'll discuss about each of them very clearly now. So first discussing about the digestive system, which is very important. So coming to the digestive system of an earthworm, it has a gardens and fields. Even like cockroach, the earthworms are also nocturnal, that is, they are active at night times. They are said to be detritivorous. What do you mean by detritivorous? That means they feed on decaying organic matter. They feed on decaying organic matter, which makes them detritivorous animals. Okay. So as they depend on decaying organic matter, they improve. What do they improve? They improve soil aeration. They improve soil aeration, through which they increase soil fertility, which makes them a good friend of farmers. So as they are detritivorous animals, they improve the soil aeration, increase the soil fertility, and they are called as friends of farmers. Let us now look at the external morphology of an earthworm. Coming to the external morphology of an earthworm, it appears to be a long, cylindrical, bilaterally symmetrical animal. Annelid. Not animal, it's annelid. It is a long, cylindrical, bilaterally symmetrical animal. That is, if this is a earthworm, it is bilaterally symmetrical. Through a one plane passing through its segment, it is divided into right and left halves. The length of earthworm varies from 150 to 200 millimeter. Coming to the number of segments on its body, it varies from 100 to 120 segments are present on the body. It has various body regions. There are some body regions of the earthworm. What are it? The first region is prostomium, and then we have peristomium, then it is trunk, and then we have pygidium. Okay, what do you mean by prostomium? Prostomium is a small lobe that is present over the mouth. Here, this is the mouth part of the earthworm, and here we have the periosteum. Okay, periosteum is a small lobe that is present over the, whereas the periosteum is said to be the first segment with mouth. The first segment along with mouth comes under the periosteum, and the next comes the trunk region, and then we have the pygidium, which is the last segment with anus. Okay, the first small lobe that is present over the mouth is known as the prostomium. After prostomium, we have periosteum, that is the first segment with mouth opening, and then we have the trunk part. After the trunk part, the anus, and the last segment forms our pygidium. And then we have to discuss about something called as setae. What do you mean by setae? These are small bristle-like structures, okay, that help in locomotion of earthworm. What do? They help in the locomotion. They are not present, that is, they are absent on the first, last, and cytellar segments. Okay, they are absent on the first, last, and cytellar segment. The setae are not seen on the first segment, last segment, and the cytellar lesion. Now we'll see what do these cytellum mean. So now looking at the cytellum, what is it? It is a thick glandular band. Okay, it is a thick glandular band. Where is it present? It is present from the 14 to 16 segments on its body. Here it is a thick glandular band present from the 14 to 16 segments. So when do it appear? It is not present from the first of its life cycle. It appears during sexual maturity. Okay, like the secondary sexual characters in humans, it is seen after the sexual maturity. What is the function of this cytellum? The function of it is to secrete mucus. Okay, it is to secrete mucus and also help in cocoon formation. Okay, it helps to secrete the mucus and also help in the cocoon formation. This is about the cytellum. We have seen that the setae are present all over the body of earthworm, but it is not present on the first segment, second segment, and also in this cytellar region that is from the 14 to 16 segments. In all these segments we don't find any seta. This is the external morphology of the earth. So we know that internal morphology means study of the internal organs we do, and earthworm have well developed organ system. What systems do it have? It has a well developed digestive system, and it has a blood vascular system. Okay, it also has a respiratory system. Then it has a excretory system and a nervous system, also a reproductive system. These are the 6 well developed organ systems are seen in the earthworm, and we'll discuss about each of them very clearly now. So first discussing about the digestive system, which is very important. So coming to the digestive system of an earthworm, it has a complete digestive system. It has 2 openings like mouth and anus. It has 2 openings. It has a complete digestive system, and the digestive system appears to be a straight tube. Okay, it extends from mouth to the anus. Let us now see all the structures that are present from the mouth to the anus. At first we have the mouth. Mouth is located on the first segment. As we know, the body of earthworm is segmented, and where is the mouth located? Mouth is located on the first segment, which is known as periosteum. Okay, what do mouth help in? Mouth helps in the ingestion of food. It helps in the ingestion of food. After mouth we have our buccal cavity. So what do this buccal cavity do? Buccal cavity is very thin walled structure. Buccal cavity is a thin walled structure which helps in food storage. It helps in food storage temporarily. It temporarily stores food in the buccal cavity. After the buccal cavity, next we move to the pharynx. So what do you see in the pharynx? Pharynx is a muscular structure. It is made of muscles, and it sucks in the food and mixes the food with saliva. It mixes food with saliva. So to do this work, it is muscular. It sucks food inside and mixes the food with saliva. After the pharynx, the food enters into the esophagus. So what is esophagus? Esophagus is a narrow tube which conducts food to gizzard. So it is a narrow tube which transports the food into the gizzard. Okay. Here in the esophagus we see some glands known as calciferous glands. We see glands called as calciferous glands are seen in the esophagus. What do these calciferous glands do? These neutralize humic acid in the soil. Humic acid in soil. We know in most of the food that is taken by the earthworm is the organic material mixed with soil. So it is important to neutralize the humic acid that is present in the soil. So it is done by the calciferous glands that are present in the esophagus. So after esophagus, the next part we see is the gizzard. What is gizzard? Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular structure. Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular structure. What does it do? It does grinding of food. Okay, it does grinding of food. It helps in the mechanical digestion of food. It is the gizzard that is present. You can see in the picture the gizzard is next after the esophagus. It helps in the mechanical digestion of the food. So after gizzard, the food is transported from gizzard to the stomach. What happens in the stomach? Stomach extends from 9th to 14th segments. Stomach extends from 9th to 14th segment, and it majorly does the digestion of proteins and carbohydrates. It does the digestion of proteins and carbohydrates. After this, the food enters into the intestines. Okay, from the stomach, the food enters into the intestine. Intestine is located from the 5th segment to the last segment. Intestine continues from the 15th segment to the last segment. It is the main site of digestion and absorption. Main site of digestion and absorption. Okay, and then we have another important structure to talk about, that is typhlosole. What is a typhlosole? Typhlosole is an internal dorsal fold. Okay, typhlosole is an internal dorsal fold of intestine. What is most important about typhlosole? So because of this folding, dorsal folding, this typhlosole, what does it do? It increases the surface area. It increases the surface area for absorption. Okay, it is the dorsal folding of intestine. Why is this dorsal folding present? Because it helps in the increasing surface area for the digestion. Remember about tiflosol, it is many times asked in PYQs also. So tiflosol is the internal dorsal fold of intestine. It increases the surface area for absorption. So next is the last segment. What is the last segment that is present? It is our anus. Anus is located at the last segment. It helps in the digestion of undigested food.
Doubts stay uncleared. Hours of self-study, yet biology still feels confusing. Because sometimes you don't need more lectures, you need personal guidance. At Crack Mentors, students get live personalized online one-on-one biology classes with dedicated faculty support, personal doubt solving, and focused improvement strategy.